For every loved 600-pound patient, there's also one hated by everyone. Starting with season 5's Stephen Asante, who made it crystal clear he was one of Dakota Now's most infamous and frustrating patients ever. From threatening to call the police on his own father because he wouldn't let him order pizza, to demanding to go back home before he even got properly assessed.
He's looking us in us through the camera.
Stephen was all kinds of uncooperative, and it didn't stop there at all. His mean-spirited bullying attitude toward the hospital staff only got worse with time.
Damn it! Are they serious? I hit that by an accident because I don't feel good, you know what I'm saying? You know that.
The doctor had refused to keep him in the hospital any longer.
If you want to stay in the program, you need to find a place to stay because you're not staying here anymore.
But if Dr. Now thought discharging Stephen would solve the problem, he was dead wrong. Missed appointments, constant drama, and an addiction to pain medication only made things worse.
You received 39 prescriptions from 17 different doctors.
Eventually, Stephen was admitted to a psych ward for evaluation, but even that didn't slow him down.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm suspending you from the weight loss program, and you're going from here to a drug addiction program.
And even after all that, he was still on his baddest behavior.
I want this light off.
Pain medicine bottles, pizza boxes, and zero accountability. Stephen showed us what absolute misery looks like, but Zalin from season 2 showed us what absolute dead-ass motivation looks like. Everybody fell in love with her at first sight.
I have a daughter now, and if I don't do something, she may not have a mom.
She had her reasons to get better, and despite her complications, she tried to be there for her kid as much as she could.
I've missed out on so much of my daughter's childhood. I need to do this for her.
And between her toxic husband with a preference for big women and a normal childhood for her daughter.
He has a physical preference for his sexual needs that requires me to be bigger than, just fat.
Zalin proved just how willing she was to sacrifice her lifestyle and comfort for things that really matter.
Big can't be beautiful when it means my daughter may not have a mother. I need to do this for her.
Even when her husband refused to support her, when he actively tried to sabotage her by pushing her to keep eating, to stay the size he wanted, she refused to falter away from her goals of being a good and present mother.
No chip. Oh, my burger.
All because her why was bigger than any toxic relationship and stronger than any craving.
I realize this is a long journey, but I have to stay focused so that I can be healthy and be the mom that Hannah needs me to be.
Despite everything, Zalin made progress. And by the end, she had lost nearly half of her previous weight, and her relationship with her daughter, Hannah, was reignited.
Doing things with Hannah is what keeps me motivated. I just want to be active with her. I just want to be a good mother.
While Zalin's determination gave fans hope, Penny would rip that hope right back out. Penny quickly became hated by everyone when they realized she wasn't really there to change. She was there for what looked like a quick fix.
No one told me I had to lose weight when I got here.
And time again, Penny seemed to do everything in her power to sabotage her own recovery, sneaking food into the house even when she knew it would set her back.
Choose to overeat, and she does not admit it. She must have somebody sneaking their food.
Refusing to change her eating habits, even when her health was on the line.
When they would give me cereal in the hospital, I would put Diet Sprite or ginger ale as my milk.
And manipulating both her family and even the hospital staff.
Penny decided to quit weight loss and go back home. It was because she couldn't manipulate everyone the way she wanted.
Eventually, it all came to an end. Penny had simply given up.
I don't have it in me to go any further. I need to go home.
The craziest part was how she'd even manipulate her son into believing the people trying to help her were actually trying to take food away from him, when in reality, everything was being done for Penny's own benefit.
They're in there trying to make them throw away your cereal. Mommy said that you are going to have all the cereal you want.
For someone completely bedridden, it was shocking just how much control she had over that entire household.
He buys whatever she tells him. And if he doesn't, he's going to be in trouble.
And rather than taking ownership of her choices, she deflected. She would blame her infection for not making enough progress, instead of facing the harsh truth.
I was gonna say, at the moment, I know that I'm heavier than that because of the infection. It, is fluid.
Penny just didn't want to change, but some do, and Brittany showed us that she could. Unlike many others, Brittany had the unwavering support of her husband, but that didn't mean their life was easy.
I've never been able to be affectionate with him. We're intimate in ways that we can be, but actual physical intercourse we've never had.
Yet, Brittany knew she had to make this desperate effort if she wanted a better life for both herself and her man.
But this move is not just about me. This move is about me and my husband and our marriage.
And man, did she deliver. Brittany was honest with herself and with her diet.
I've been really strict on my diet, literally writing every single thing down that I eat.
She didn't sugarcoat her situation, didn't make excuses, and didn't waste time blaming anyone else.
I've gone from barely being able to move and just sitting and eating all day to being constantly active all day long and not even thinking about food anymore.
And that incredible drive and hard work was starting to pay off.
I weighed 329 last time I was here. But I'm hoping to be at least in the 280s today.
Seeing Brittany's attitude and her coming out of the struggles was a breath of fresh air. But Pauline, on the other hand, not so much. Pauline doesn't just hold the title of being one of the heaviest women alive. She's also earned a reputation as one of the worst mothers on the show ever.
I just do wish that she could walk longer and stand up longer so I wouldn't have to help her with everything.
Her relationship with her son, Dylan, left the viewers stunned. This was not your average mother-son bond.
My mom, but since she's this heavy, whatever I'm doing, I have to stop and just take care of her and help her.
Because instead of having a healthy, supportive relationship, Dylan had essentially become her full-time caregiver.
He has to help me put my pants on my legs because I can't bend over to do it. My legs are too big.
It's not a healthy relationship because it's not a mother-son relationship. It's more like a client and a caregiver.
Running errands, bringing her food, and acting more like a nurse than a son. The toll was enormous. Pauline, though, had mastered excuses. There was always a reason not to exercise.
It's been a hard month. My days are so boring because I feel like I'm not established here like I was in California. So I am doing nothing all day.
Why couldn't she eat healthy and let go of junk? Here's the explanation.
I've mostly been stuck in this chair. I've been trying to eat better, but there still is mostly just fast food around.
Pauline had an excuse for every bad decision.
What's the thing going with your activity?
I haven't done a lot of activity in the last week because my stomach hurts.
And in the process, she wasn't just sabotaging her own health. She was crushing Dylan's hope that things could ever get better.
Since she's this heavy, whatever I'm doing, I have to stop and just take care of her and help her.
After her surgery, fans expected things to turn around. This was supposed to be her wake-up call, the moment that forced her to stop making excuses and finally take control of her life. But instead, nothing changed, and the frustration piled up.
She needs to do much more. If she won't get up and walk, I will have to take preventive measures.
Just like Dr. Now predicted, Pauline's poor habits caught up with her, and she developed a severe complication that required emergency surgery. And even after that, she remained just as uncooperative as ever.
I need to see what you weigh before you go home.
I will. Not right now, not this minute.
Why not?
Because I'm not dressed. No, Dr. Now, you're not hearing me. I'm not doing it right now.
Instead of taking charge of her life, Pauline seemed perfectly comfortable falling back into the same old routine of eating whatever she wanted.
Pauline is plain dumb. This lack of progress means that she's still overeating and doing nothing. No carb is no carb.
However much she wants.
You know, Dr. Nowzarden really discourages eating carbs, but I'm really not worried about how much carbs is in the rice. It's not gonna hurt me.
While parking herself in a chair and letting the excuses flow.
The way that you're sitting here after surgery and you want to roll with this thing instead of walking?
The only reason I have this chair is because I can't walk that far without getting dizzy.
And if that wasn't enough, it turned out she was even lying about her physical therapy.
I was calling about Pauline Potter. She said that nobody called her.
We did, sir. We called her 3 times, and she said she didn't need us, and she had someone else helping her.
At that moment, Dr. Now had reached his limit.
You always have certain excuses,
because
but
it's
none
true.
of them
It's
make
not
any
an
sense.
excuse.
I don't know how else we're going to be able to help you.
He turned and walked out, leaving Pauline to face the reality of her choices.
Okay. Pauline wants to manipulate everybody around her to think that she's right.
Pauline struggled to accept the truth about her health, but Justin from season 7 faced it head on. Justin lived almost entirely reclusive, but he wasn't the stereotypical patient we usually see on the show. At nearly 687 pounds, he still held down a full-time job, working from home, kept a spotless house, and even cooked his own meals.
So that when I go back down and step on that scale, I know that no matter what that number is, I did everything I could to get where I need.
But deep down, Justin knew that if he wanted to survive longer, he had to change.
All right.
And that's exactly what he did. After meeting up with Dr. Now, Justin committed to eating just 3 balanced meals a day, cutting out the junk and working out consistently.
But now I feel like I'm able to do more and I'm making progress.
His discipline paid off. Within just 2 months, he dropped 92 pounds, enough to finally qualify for weight loss surgery. Right now, he couldn't be happier.
I'm approving you for weight loss surgery, okay?
All right.
But this meant Justin had to move to Houston. And right before his big move, Justin's mom, his closest support, backed out. For Justin, it wasn't just disappointing, it was triggering.
I'm not going to be able to go with you, honey.
It sent him spiraling back to the same feelings of abandonment that haunted him since childhood, after his mother left him for drugs, when food had been his only comfort.
This isn't the first time that my mom hasn't been able to come through.
For Justin, this was the make or break moment, and he refused to break. This time, he wasn't going to let food win. With his dad stepping in to support him, Justin pushed forward and kept fighting.
That's a good one.
Dude, that's killing it, man.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Justin had lost nearly 292 pounds in total, and for the first time, he allowed himself to dream again.
Start pulling back very nicely, and she's in the air. Now just hold her right there.
He enrolled in flight school, slipping into a cockpit that he never imagined he could fit into, and took his very first course toward becoming a pilot. Justin had done what many couldn't. He took the reins of his life and turned it around.